What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you're getting ready for a great New Year's. And before we get started, may your 2025 be bigger and better than your 2024. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm grateful for everybody in here, all the supporters. And for those that are new, welcome. For those that have been with me for a while, welcome back. I love all of you. So there's a trade proposal and a trade prediction put out by his name Jackson Roberts of Newsweek that I wanted to go over. Okay, and again, this is different than my own projections, my own predictions, and so on. I put those forth, right, and so on. So we know what the Yankees' needs are. We know what the Yankees' needs are not, right? And right now they're looking to add another infielder who could also be an impact bat, right? We know this already. Okay, and we're hearing a lot of chatter about Alex Bregman and so on, and how he could be the equalizer, could put them over the top, right? Or we're hearing the Yankees blew their opportunity to sign Teoscar Hernandez and Corbin Burns. They weren't in on either one of them anyway, so I don't know if they blew their chance. They chose not to go after them. So, and again, it's just the way that it is. So. And with respect to everybody else, that's the Yankees. The Yankees have done a pretty remarkable job so far, pivoting this offseason from moving on from Juan Soto, and really have. And again, I don't see it as losing Juan Soto. I see it as losing of some deficiencies. Shout out to Don Sicario for making that point earlier. And but I want to go over this proposal and a prediction by the same person. Okay, and again, we know what's happened this week. Corbin Burns signed 6-year deal with the Arizona Diamondbacks, giving them, I think, 6 or 7 starters now. You got him, you got Zach Gallen, you got Jordan Montgomery, you got Eduardo Rodriguez, your former Tiger, you got some other guys as well. So, I think Jackson Merrill there, you got quite a few guys. So, does that mean they trade Jordan Montgomery? Does that mean they keep him? I don't know. There's less pressure on Monty now. So, but I can't see the Dodgers simply running away with the NL West either. Right? They brought back Teoscar. Yeah, they added Blake Snell. Yes, we know this already. But they met with Roki Sasaki today, the Dodgers as well. So there's that. But there's no guarantee they get him either. It is what it is right now. It's still, it's still wide open for Roki at this point. So, and it really depends on where he wants to play. Who's the best fit for him. We'll see. We will see. It's like everybody thought the Dodgers were a favorite for Corbin Burns. Who says who? He didn't sign him, right? The Diamondbacks got him. So, and again, the Giants were considered by some to be the favorites on him. They didn't get him either. So now Jack Flaherty sounds like he's become the man of the hour for him and the Giants who've lost out on Blake Snell and who've whiffed on Corbin Burns. And you got the Orioles who also lost out on Corbin Burns. So he's probably the high man on the totem pole now in the free agency market. So I could see him getting an elevated contract too, especially based on what Sean Manaea got and what Corbin Burns. He's probably going to get at least $25 million a year, or something close to it, probably for 3 or 4 years. So, and we still have not seen the relief market established yet, right? To a high degree, we haven't seen the infield market established yet, with the exception of Gleyber Torres, who signed with the Tigers for a year, or Willie Adames, who signed with the Giants, also. Who also re-signed Matt Chapman, and now they're apparently in on Pete Alonso, the Giants, too. So if they're going to lose a pitcher, they might as well try to add a bat, I suppose. But by the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. Be sure to smack the like buttons. We got almost 300 people in here right now. Let's try to get to 300 likes. But so that's what's been going on right now, right? And we know, we've talked about who could be impact players for the Yankees. Whether it be Hassan coming for agency or couple guys in trades, right? And some names that we haven't heard about yet. I mean, Nolan Arenado has been kind of talked about as the flavor of the month. We're hearing the Yankees are not in on him, but we're not hearing it from Brian Cashman. We're hearing it from Jack Curry. Curry doesn't work for the Yankees, okay? He's not GM of the Yankees, okay? Cashman knows more about what's going on than Jack Curry does. All due respect to Jack Curry. So that's just something to keep in mind. Cashman's not going to leak to Jack Curry to spread out stuff. It's not the way it works. So, and again, Corbin Burns also, he lives in Arizona, in Scottsdale. His wife just had twins, right? So there's a why, apparently there was some tax advantages that Arizona has that Toronto and San Francisco did not have. I get it. I get it. So that's cool. But, the first thing I thought of, well, he's not our problem anymore. We don't have to face him on a regular basis, especially in impactful games. With the exception of the first week of April, when we faced the Diamondbacks, the only other time we'd see him would be in the World Series. He's now the Dodgers' problem and the Mets' problem, right? They have to face him on a regular basis. We don't. Now, I think the bigger problem for us in the AL East is the Boston Red Sox, who've added Garrett Crochet. They've added Walker Buehler. Now, I expect the Baltimore Orioles to probably be aggressive to try to get a pitcher. Maybe they'll now jump into the Luis Castillo trade talks, right? They're gonna have to get somebody to give them some pitching to go with that young nucleus. They've added Tyler O'Neill. They've added a bat and a veteran presence. So we'll see what goes on here, right? So, but going back to these teams, this is a trade proposal. These are both by the same guy, Jackson Roberts from Newsweek, okay? It's a trade proposal and a trade prediction, okay? The trade proposal, we'll go over that one first. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. Just turn on your notifications. I want to make sure you don't miss anything when it comes to Yankees or anybody else in any of the team. I thank you so much for it, by the way. We're going to try to get to 30,000 subs in 2025, so your support really means the world. This family here is the best. I appreciate all of you. So the trade proposal here is between the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, right? In this trade proposal, he's sending Ben Hess, their first-round draft pick last year. I think it's from University of Arkansas or University of Alabama. Ben Hess, starting pitcher, and Yorbit Vivas, versatile infielder, to the Tampa Bay Rays for 30-year-old Brandon Lowe. Okay? He's got 2 years left on his deal at about $11 million per. 11, I think 10.5 and then 11.5, but it comes out to 11 per. He's a left-handed hitting second baseman who's 30 years old. Okay, he hit 244 this year, 21 homers, 58 ribbies. He's got a 784 OPS this year, but a career 812 OPS. So solid player nonetheless. He's also known for getting clutch hits, and he would provide improved defense for the Yankees. And keep in mind, whether it's Nolan Arenado or this guy, even Nolan Arenado, right? If he came here, you'd get probably the same offensive production as you would Gleyber Torres, right? But you get a much better defense because you'd have Arenado at third and Jazz Chisholm at second. And even in this situation, you'd have Jazz Chisholm at third and Brandon Lowe at second. You'd have still significantly improved defense without sacrificing any offensive production. So either way, it's a net upgrade, okay? But thank you for Gleyber Torres for what you did with the Yankees. I'm glad you got a good opportunity. I'm glad you're getting an opportunity with the Tigers to play for AJ Hinch and to play with your friend Javi Baez. I hope it works out for you, bud. So that's his trade proposal. Okay. Again, Ben Hess and Yorbit Vivas over to Tampa Bay for Brandon Lowe. I don't know if it'll be able to get him for that little. Maybe. I mean, Ben Hess is a young starting pitcher, and they'll be getting an infielder who can play multiple positions. And he could play right away. So maybe that'll be enough for the Tampa Bay Rays. And again, there's a chance that Tampa Bay Rays might be hit, with a grievance from the MLB Players Association. Okay? So for not spending and being recipients of large amounts of revenue sharing. Just like the Pirates and A's and some of these other teams and the Marlins, they might get hit, okay, with a grievance. And would I be surprised? No, because they're getting revenue sharing from money from teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Mets and, teams with the large payrolls. So the people who invest in their products should not be the ones penalized, but they are. So, and the Yankees are over the Cohen threshold as we speak right now. But now let me just make this clear. Because a lot of people keep telling me, oh, it's not, it's 283. Paul Goldschmidt's physical has not been made official yet, okay? Neither has Johnny Loizaga. So 283, you add that $18 million for those two guys, and they're at 301. They're over the Cohen threshold. Once their physicals become official, that money is officially attached to the payroll. Okay, and notice how it took 2 weeks to get Max Fried's physical announced and his signing announced. That's when he was attached to the payroll. The same thing applies to Goldschmidt and Loizaga. Okay, once their physicals are passed and announced and they're officially signed, it gets added to the payroll, putting them at 301. And at that point, it's time to cut salary. And we've talked about proposals for Marcus Stroman and even Trent Grisham, right? Those are the two easiest ways for them to cut payroll. But we'll see if they happen. We'll see if that happens, actually. So, and again, they are spending, shockingly. They're over the Cohen threshold. They are spending. Okay? Yeah, the A's have spent a little bit, Robert. Yeah, you're right about that. The A's have spent. So, and again, yeah, let your friends know that we're streaming right now. We're live right now. So I saw that, Ken. Yeah, the Jays have made Bo Bichette available for a trade. Would it be a fit? Yeah, I don't. I would not give up Spencer Jones for him like some other people are doing on the Twitter sphere, but I don't consider Twitter sphere the baseball genius capital of the world. So, right? But maybe I think a lefty bat would probably be a little bit more suitable for the Yankees. But 1 year control for Bo Bichette. I mean, I guess it depends on whether they think he'll be able to get an extension done, right? So yeah, 303. That's right, Consiglietti. The Cohen threshold is 301. You're right, 303. Once their physicals are passed, it'll be 303. So, um, now let's get to the trade prediction now. Also from the same guy. I'll get to the comments in a little bit, gang. This is also from Jackson Roberts. Okay. Now again, before I get to the prediction, we talked about Stroman and Grisham, right? I mean, the Giants could be an option for Marcus Stroman. So could the Detroit Tigers. I think it's called Comerica Park. That's a big pitcher's park, and he has an under 1 ERA in Detroit Stadium. So he could be another one. They need to add a pitching, the Detroit Tigers, to add to Tarek Skubal. So I think he'd be a good fit too. But now this trade proposal he has is with the Tigers. Okay, and this one the Yankees would be sending Yorbit Vivas, right, in his prediction. It's in a separate trade here, and Will Warren, controllable starting pitcher, to the Detroit Tigers for Jace Young. Okay, his older brother Josh Young is the starting third baseman for the Texas Rangers. Jace Young is a 24-year-old younger brother from the Detroit Tigers who's also a third baseman, right? So in his trade proposal, they get a second baseman. In his trade prediction, they get a third baseman. So you got two options here, okay? Now, Jace Young's he's a right-handed hitter, but he's displayed some serious, and he has a very small sample size in the major leagues right now. Very small, okay? Not even 100 bats. So his service clock hasn't even started yet. So you get 6 years of control right out the gate for him on the cheap, okay? Now, he's a 259 batting average career in the minors right now, okay? 859 OPS, so he puts the ball in play, okay? He's got some power numbers, 20, 25 home runs, got 20, 25 doubles. Again, he has very, very good bat-to-ball skill, okay, which makes him a fit for the Yankees and puts him in a position to stay in a reasonable payroll threshold mechanism. And this is not including Marcus Stroman. If they somehow include Marcus Stroman in this, even if they eat money, because they probably have to anyway, there's that too. But in his trade, he's predicting that the Yankees are going to send Vivas and Warren to the Detroit Tigers for Jace Young. Okay, and Josh Young is a starting third baseman. I spoken to Grace from Uptown Sports about. She's a huge fan of Josh Young. Okay, he's a Yankee fan. He apparently is a Yankee fan as well. This is his younger brother, Jace. They come from a good family pedigree over there, baseball players. So that's his prediction. Okay, so his proposal is a trade with the Rays. His prediction is a trade with the Tigers. Okay, so I would take either one of these trades. In all honesty, I would take either one of these trades. Excuse me, he's a left-handed hitter. Excuse me, my apologies there. He's a lefty hitter. Okay, and if you get him, I don't know if he'd be leadoff hitter, but we have enough guys here who could be leadoff hitters, right? We have enough guys that could be leadoff hitters, and the appetite is for the Yankees to sign one of these guys. There's so many people asking for him to sign Alex Bregman. Okay. So whatever on Alex Bregman. I don't think it's going to happen until they, I don't even think it's a possibility until they figure out where Roki Sasaki is going. Okay. So, and I don't see the point until then either. He's not going to automatically put the Yankees in the World Series, Alex Bregman. So, and they're clearly lasered in right now on the relief pitcher market. They're in on Andrew Chafin. They're in on trying to bring back Tim Hill. I know the appetite is for them to get the three-headed monster, Tanner Scott, here to go with Devin Williams and Luke Weaver, which could, he is the premier left-handed reliever in the game right now. He's an absolute beast. So, but if they didn't go with that, because they would have to clear payroll. Like, you could essentially try to add Stroman in a separate trade, or trade for a guy like Jace Young on the cheap, clear that payroll, and then use that payroll for a guy like Tanner Scott. We could do that too. So, but we're not getting any news right now. We're not getting any news we just know what the Yankees are interested in right now. So there's no news on Tanner Scott going anywhere right now. None. The relief market has not been established yet in the free agency. With the exception of Blake Trinan going back to the Dodgers, that's not really news. So, but beyond that, it's been trades. Jeff Hoffman's still available. Carl Estevez is still available. A lot of these big guys are still available in the free agent market. So, and that's his proposal, and that's his prediction. You let me know what your thoughts are, gang. And shout out to everybody in here. Correa is not really I don't know if he's the final piece. Salary dump, DJ, he's a 5'10" player. He's got a no trade clause. I can't see him waiving his no trade clause. I can't see that happening. And what makes Carlos Correa the missing piece? Right? I mean, he makes $33 million a year. He played half the amount of games this past year. Plus, I think it was plantar fasciitis this year. He's good. He's elite glove. Good. He's got playoff experience, sure, but can they insure that contract? I don't know. And again, he's got 4 guaranteed years and then 4 potential vesting years, and his vesting years start at 575 at bats. And then a couple other pieces of criteria, MVP and Silver Slugger, and then drop by 25 at bats every year. So it goes from 575 to 550, 525 to 500 at bats. So it gets a little bit easier for him every year to have the option vest, provided he hits the other criteria too. So that could cost the Yankees upward $260 million. Do they really want to do that? I doubt it. So, and again, the Yankees have as much of a chance, Carlos, for Roque as anybody else does right now. We just don't know. We don't know. So we really don't know. I think Bregman, I think he'll probably go. He could still go back to the Astros too. And he signed the first baseman. He wasn't going to play first base anyway. So he could still go back to the Astros. He can go to the Detroit Tigers. To reunite with AJ Hinch. So we'll see. We don't know if he's not going east yet, Javi. We don't know that. Dodgers payroll, I'm not sure, Kenny, but they also get $280 million a year every year additionally for some TV deal. So they get plenty of funds going in there. Plus, they'll probably pass this $1 billion in debt off to another ownership group. I could just see that happening in the next decade too. So we'll see. Would I trade Stroman for international? If you could, Hayden, yeah. Trade for international, yeah. If you can get that, I would try to trade Trent Grisham for comp picks or draft picks or 1 draft pick in the top 100 or something like that. So, the Astros have Paredes and Walker. I forgot about Paredes too, Mr. Perky. That's right. Yeah, so Bregman's probably not going to the Astros. Thank you for bringing that back up. Yep. They sent Paredes to the Astros for Kyle Tucker. That's right. Do I think Dominguez will be like? Maybe. I don't know if he'd start at the leadoff hitter because, I didn't get him experience. But it could be Jazz, could be Volpe. Those guys are more seasoned. But he could transition into the leadoff hitter, Brandon. Yeah. He could definitely transition. Flaherty, I don't know, but I think the 2 most aggressive front runners for him are going to be the Orioles and the Giants now for Flaherty. Because, they both missed out on Corbin Burns, and the Giants also lost Blake Snell. They need a pitcher. So the Diamondbacks have loaded up now because they also got Josh Naylor. So they're not going to be a cakewalk for the Dodgers. And again, going back to some of the moves, like Christian Walker would have affected their ability to make moves in the future. Carlos Correa will definitely affect their ability to make moves in the future. So And the Yankees are not really going to do that. It's not worth it to do that. Yeah, I saw that they didn't make it. I'm not surprised, Drew. I'm not. Once he came into the season, the COVID season, horrifically out of shape, it was kind of stamping his way out. So I'm not surprised they didn't make him an offer. He cost himself like $100 million. He cost himself like $100 million. Larry, what's happening, Larry? Yeah, I mean, I could see them missing. I mean, you never know, Mazza. They could strike out on Flaherty too. Flaherty can go like, what if Flaherty goes to the Royals or something like that? Like, you know, the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I mean, they're right there now. Yeah, Santander. I mean, Santander's somebody's probably going to get Santander on a decent deal. You know, probably a decent deal. Is he's going to definitely try and take advantage of one monster season. He'll probably get 100 bills. He'll probably get 100 bills. Thank you, Danny, appreciate that. Well, DG, I think he will be probably as a bench player, but if he doesn't, then I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. There is a chance for Ha-Seong Kim too, yeah, in free agency. And again, like a guy like Brandon Lowe would probably make the same amount of money per year, at least for the first 2 years. Ha-Seong Kim was coming off an injury, right? So, and again, but like these two guys are more contact oriented. Lowe's a contact oriented guy. So is Jace Young. He's got power potential, but they put the ball in play significantly, which makes them probably decent fits here. You know, like I wish Brian McMahon was available. I wish Brandon Donovan was available because those guys would be perfect fits too. So you probably could, James, but he's got an injury risk, and I don't know if that's he's not the guy that they're going to bring in to capitalize on the rest of the prime years of Judge and Cole and some of these other guys. Like just like they're not going to start DJ, they're not going to start Oswald Peraza, they're not going to start Oswaldo Cabrera because none of those guys are going to be an upgrade over Ha-Seong Kim. None of them are going to be an upgrade over Brandon Lowe and some of these guys. None of them. So, and that's the key. Yeah, Hayden, and again, like this is the other thing too, Hayden. Reporters generally not. I mean, it's circulating around the Twitter sphere, right? And like, really gonna go to the Twitter sphere for accurate reporting? I doubt it. Ha-Seong, yeah, he's got a shoulder injury, so you gotta be careful there. But and again, he could, you can get a 1-year deal on. We can get a multiple-year deal, but maybe cheap on the first year to make sure he's healthy, and then options or something like that. But I think you can get a couple-year deal, Ha-Seong Kim. I do think he'll get that. Yeah. But that, I mean, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Moncada's got talent, but they're looking at consistency here. They're looking at some difference-making players right now, where they're at. So, and I'm not surprised. So, yeah, Jojo Romero. It depends on what it would cost to get him, Graham. It really depends on what it costs to get him, Brandon. And I don't know what it would cost to get Jojo by himself. Yeah. I think Brandon Lowe's probably the guy. Well, he's a trade guy for second base. I think Ha-Seong's the free agent guy for second base. I don't know. Like, we know Bo Bichette's going to get traded most likely, but depends on what it would cost. Depends on what it would cost. Maybe they'll move Brubaker too. And Chafin, I haven't heard yet. We just heard that the Yankees are in on him, so he's high up on their list. So you could probably get him on the cheap. He's a veteran free agent like Tim Hill. You could probably get both of them on the relative cheap. So DJ's not tradable. Christian, he's not tradable. He's got no trade value right now. And he would waive his no trade clause. Yeah. There he is. Heck is in the building. That's good, brother. What a deal. So those are the two. That's the proposal and that's the prediction from Jackson Roberts. People seem to be in on the some people are in on the proposal, some people are in on the prediction. I mean, the prediction is definitely a cheaper way of doing it. Ken's throwing some shade here. Gold glove and 25 back to yeah. LB, chill out now, dude. Chill now, dude. Learn respect. Yeah. DJ got a 6-year deal, man. Yeah, they're gonna need more than Hill chocolate, but I mean, I would love Tanner Scott would be. He's the guy, like the guy. Cat, brother. You know the deal, bro. You know the deal. You know the deal, baby. My guy. Yes, sir. Asian guy? Which Asian guy, Tom? The big one's still out there, Roki Sasaki. He's not signed yet. Not signed yet. Yeah, I mean, Luis Arias could be a leadoff hitter, but his defense is suspect right now. And I think whoever they bring in is going to have to be a solid defender. So Hai-Sung Kim is another one gaming, but I think there's going to be an adjustment period for him too, coming from Korea. He's 25 years old. He plays infield and outfield. I mean, if they got him, I wouldn't be upset. They're just going to have to factor in an adjustment period for him coming from the KBL. They will have to factor that in. Yep. Advantage of trading for Jung: more power, more contact skills. Younger, he's got 6 years of control. He's got options. Peraza has no options left. Well, you just can't use. You can't learn respect, huh? You're out of here, LB. Yeah, rest in peace, Greg Gumbel, man. Rest in peace. Willie Castro from the Twins. What do you know about him? You're seeing what's good about him? Horner from the Cubs. I doubt it's going to get moved now, Jimmy. I really doubt it. I don't know if they could do both, Mazza. It would be nice if they could, but I don't know if they could do both. It would be nice if they could, though. It would be nice if they could, brother. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, some people are in love with Bregman. I'm not in love with Bregman either. And again, when it comes to Nolan, my guess is if Cashman gets him, he's going to wait for the price to drop on him, so he pays less for him. You know, Nolan or not. Like I said too, if you put him at third and you have Jazz at second, you'll get the same offensive production that from Nolan as you would Jazz. Then you was Jake Gleyber Torres, but you'd have significantly improved infield defense by a mile. Jace Young is 24. Josh Young from the Rangers thing is 25. So either one of them is young. I think Jace Young from the Tigers would probably be easier to get now that they've gotten Gleyber Torres than Josh Young. Because I think that the Rangers are looking to load up on bats, so they want to preserve as many bats they possibly can. So Jace might be an easier option to get, but they both play third base, and they both come on a cheap. Now Josh Young, I think, has 4 years of control. Jace has 6, so that's pretty good. They need a lefty in a bullpen, Tom. I would think they would need a lefty in the bullpen. Yankees have plenty of farm, Javi. Yeah, plenty in the farm. If Jason hit 260 with 25 home runs, I'll take that, Robert. I would take that. I don't know if Cashman run Peraza. Peraza couldn't stay healthy. That's not Cashman's fault. Do I wish he would have gotten a bigger sample size? Yeah, but he doesn't have any options, unfortunately. And he was also blocked by some guys that were here, unfortunately, too. So that sucks as well. But it would have been nicer to get a bigger shot. Alec Boehm's another guy that's potentially an option. I don't know what they would have to give up for him. You know, you know, he's got 2 years of control left on the relative cheap through arbitration. He's got a big power bat and got some maturity issues, but I think it would play well differently in New York than it did in Philadelphia. So um, Dominguez can lead off. Volpe can lead off. At least those two guys, Jimmy. Yeah, it sounds like Philly wants to get rid of Bohm, so you know, and and it looks like they don't need a starting pitching now. So like, they just acquired Jesus Luzardo from the Marlins. So at the end of the day, Ken, I do think it's going to be a trade. Who, I'm not sure, but a lot of these predictions and proposals keep coming out. I want to keep getting them with you, getting them out to you, so you can see. Randy, if they get one more bat, they're already the best team in the American League. I think if they get one more bat, they're going to be but they'll be better than last year. Homer push, yeah. Cody in the lineup, it depends on who you get. It depends on who the other bat is. Either second or fourth, Kevin. It really depends on who the other bat is. Yeah, I mean, Stroman is a guy I proposed to the Marlins who need to spend. And if you can get Mark Stroman over there and try to get him for an Andrew Nardi or something like that, it would be nice, but I don't know if it's possible. I don't think it's going to be Bregman. He'll be behind Judge or in front of him, Jimmy. It really depends. It depends on who the other bat they get. Depends on who they get. It really depends. Could they get Jace Young for Will Warren? I think it would cost a little bit more than Beavis and Warren. Stroman for I would try to. I mean, I would prefer to get Nardi, but Rogers is an option too, Ken. Third baseman from the Rockies is Ryan McMahon, but apparently he's not available. So Will Warren is still very high on him. He needed to go through that rough patch in order to kind of. These guys have a tendency to need an adjustment period when it comes to the majors. So they need that adjustment period. And again, it's better that he had it now than later. I do think he'll make some modifications, and the Yankees he'll be better prepared this year. Petruzzi. Sessa's wasn't that bad here, actually. He turned into some pretty decent franchise. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what they would want for Alec Bohm. They asked the A's for Mason Miller, which is a complete insanity. So complete insanity. They're not going to trade Mason Miller, Alec Bohm. Like, are we serious? Yeah, Ha-Seong Kim and Hye-Sun Kim, they're both free agents. Again, Ha-Seong Kim from the Padres is probably the most attractive free agent, major league free agent available at second base. But we'll see. I mean, Warren could be. Yeah, I mean, it is a. Cody Petit showed some versatility, and like we haven't seen that versatility since Michael King, which is what I would do with if they somehow got Roki Sasaki. I would not throw him into the starting rotation. I've said this for like the last 6 months. I would start him in the bullpen and then gradually transition him to being a starter because he doesn't have the track record of lots of innings in a season like Yamamoto had, like Masahiro Tanaka had. Like he doesn't have that track record. He hasn't thrown more than 120 innings, and that's the key. I don't know, John S. I mean, I don't want people to think that the Yankees are not doing anything. Like there's still almost 2 months until spring training. The Yankees have done a lot of their heavy lifting already, so it may seem like forever not doing anything. But again, nobody's really doing anything. The markets have not yet been established, and teams are not just going to go out there and overpay for guys when they don't have to. So it's going to be a little while before a relief. Like Tanner Scott's, he's probably going to be out there for a little while, and and guys like who else? Like Bregman and Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso apparently got 3 years, $90 million offer from the Mets, but he also turned down 6 years, $158 million after 2023. Right, so he's not a $200 million player, Pete Alonso. He's not. So I really don't care where Pete Alonso goes, honestly. But our rotation is better than it was last year. Our bullpen is stronger than it was last year too. So we are in a better spot in a lot of ways right now. Just because we lost Juan Soto to the Mets doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, imagine Pete Alonso goes to the Giants. Imagine he goes to the Giants and the Mets lose out on him. Who are they going to get? Teoscar's not here anymore. Who are they going to get? First base. Right? He signs with the Giants. That'd be crazy. Absolutely crazy. I would not move Clayton Beeter, Sean, for Jace Young. I would try to keep Clayton Beeter here. I think he could be a valuable piece in the bullpen. Right? So, well, there's another reason, Tom, and they're bringing in aggressive players. Cody Bellinger's an aggressive player. That's why they moved on from Gleyber Torres, because he wasn't a hustling player. So a lot of these guys, right? A lot of the guys that they're bringing in are a little bit more aggressive in nature, which is good. The Mets might go after. Where's he going to play, Jack? First base? He has a little bit of experience at first base. Yeah, let him go after Santander. Yeah. Rengifo? No, I don't think so. Gaming. They got to shoot higher than that. Rengifo's not. He's not enough. He's not enough. Yeah, I mean, we will have a better team than last year. We will have a better team than last year. And again, the American League East is getting, with the exception of the Boston Red Sox, is getting weaker. The Blue Jays haven't really done anything. The Orioles haven't done anything. They've added, they lost Corbin Burns, but they added Tyler O'Neill and Gary Sanchez. Whoop-de-doo, right? So they lost a big piece there. The Red Sox have added Garrett Crochet and Walker Buehler. So I think Alex Bregman is a better fit in Detroit, but gang, by the way, this thing is scrolling really fast for me, so if I'm missing out on something, my apologies. I'm missing a lot of stuff here. Tom, not giving you the Rick Vaughn treatment. I'm not seeing a bunch of things that are scrolling here. I'm missing a lot of stuff. We got 345 people in here, so this thing scrolls pretty fast for me sometimes. And I miss this. If I miss out on stuff, my apologies, folks. Gotta scroll back here. Yeah. Well, look, the Mets, they had a good year last year. Good for them. Scrolling, yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, the Phillies are on. So I'm not surprised. I mean, they've added Jesus Lazar, they've added Max Kepler, so they don't really need much. Ken, the Phillies, so they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. McMahon at the deadline, I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, we got 7 likes to get 200. Let's try to get over 200 likes. Anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please hit that button really quickly. Greatly appreciate it. The Red Sox are on good, but I wouldn't be surprised if they added another starter. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, who would you give up, Pedro, for Alec Bohm? And you got to factor in why Philly's trying to get rid of him because of his maturity problems. He's not one of their would that fly differently in New York? I mean, New York's hornet's nest is different than Philly, obviously. Jesus Lazar, yeah, you're right about that too, man. He has been injury prone, so. What reports, Word Lifer, that he's staying at? Where are the reports coming from, Word Lifer? Please don't tell me from Twitter. That's not reports. Yeah, you can't ask for Mason Miller for Alec Bohm. You got to be nuts. You got to be nuts. The Yankees' rotation is very, very good. Heyman, yeah. Heyman's got to be more than John Heyman. It's got to be more than John Heyman. Yeah, that's why I'm curious. Like, what would they ask the Yankees for Bohm? Like, that'd be my guess. And what would it, for anybody that wants Bo Bichette, what would you be willing to give up for him? Remember, this is 1 year Bichette. Some people tell me to give up on Twitter, of course. They'd give up Spencer Jones for him. Like, you got to be crazy. 1 year Bo Bichette? Come on. Well, exactly, too, Ken. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he'd be a fit here. Just like I don't know if Alex Bregman would be a fit. He's got ice in his veins, but I don't know if he'd be welcome here by all the players and the fans. So, Santander, there's no fit for him now. Yeah, same here, big buddy. I'm glad Spencer Jones wasn't included. Yeah. Yeah, well, the Sox rotation did get better now. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. I would personally pass on Justin Turner, but that's just me on Joe. But he's still solid. There's no doubt about that. Roderick Arias straight up for Bo Bichette. If you can get him for Roderick Arias, I'd do that. I don't know, Hayden. Maybe you wanted to play. I don't know. Looks like he's just hearing everybody out. There's nothing wrong with that. The Cubs want Alonso and then would trade Horner. Why would you trade Horner? He doesn't play first base. Alonso's first base. You don't even need to trade Horner to get Alonso. I don't know if Heyman said that, but if he did, why? Don't know what happened there, gang. My apologies. Do have no idea what happened. I'm back. Probably Heyman could be leaking what Boris wants him to. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I need more than John Heyman, in all honesty. But that's just me, though. That's just me. This thing is scrolling way too fast. Yeah. Boris has nothing to do with Sasaki. He doesn't represent Roki Sasaki. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, Consiglietti. I got to feed the mice. Exactly. Let's see. Uh, let's have a look here at Jones. Guess who struck out more than 200 times in the major leagues, Jay? Like when he hit 52 home runs, Aaron Judge. And you cut down on that. Spencer Jones has the same kind of power output potential and exit velocity that Aaron Judge has. So strikeouts, I wouldn't be worried about it too much. Aaron Judge had that same problem. Didn't have a good year last year, Dave. Who told you that? 20, let's see. 17 homers, 75 ribbies, 25 stolen bases, 788 OPS. That's a bad year. That was only his second year in Pro Bowl. He's already there. Dominguez is in his sixth year. Profar's a free agent, Kevin. You don't have to trade for him. Yeah. No, DJ's a 5'10 player. He's not going to waive that. There's no way. I'm not moving Spencer Jones for Alec Bohm either. He is now working with Judge's hitting coach, Warehouse. So, again, he's only in his second year as a pro. He's way ahead of Dominguez was in his second year. I don't think you would trade Stroman and Schmidt, Jose. You only trade one. They've already, traded Nestor Cortez, so they're not going to trade three starters. You got to trade one of those guys. 218 likes. All right. How rare it would be for Spencer Jones to turn to Aaron Judge? Yeah, I'm not expecting him to turn into a 50 home run, 60 home run guy. But he's got a bigger ceiling than Jason Dominguez does. All the metrics are saying that. It's not. I'm not moving from 1 year of a player. There's no way. No. Luis Garcia from the Washington Nationals. Would I give up? Who is he? I don't even know who he is. Garcia. Nationals. 24-year-old. Second baseman. Decent player. Looks like he's a lefty hitter. Probably Roderick Arias and a pitcher or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are obsessed about the strikeouts. Again, Judge had the same problem. What has he done for the Yankees? He's done enough for them to not trade him because they know his potential. So, yeah, Tom, exactly. Mike Trout's going to save the day. Yeah, the Cashman hitters have been quiet. Yeah, now we got the Spencer Jones haters or the Spencer Jones trolls. If you can get Alec Bohm for Yorbit Vivas, I would do that. Low would probably, I don't know. He'd probably bat second. That's my guess. Probably about second. I don't know. Yeah, Javi Baez. That's Gleyber Torres' boy. They're gonna play together in Detroit now. So, which is another reason why I can't see them trading with the Blue Jays. Trading within AL East. I agree. Like to see. You would go. You would trade Jones, Stroman, Vivas, and Warren for Jace Young. I wouldn't. That's way too much. Right now, NFE leadoff batter is probably Volpe. We'll see. I mean, it really depends on who they get. If Hassan comes on here, then you can lead him off. He's got speed, he's got contact ability, he's got on base percentage. So, with the current roster, I think it's Volpe. I think it really depends on who the extra bat is, NFE who they bring in. Yandy Diaz is another option too. Yeah, and he could lead off as well, but he's not as fast as Hassan Kim is. So my guess, you want some guy who has a little bit of base running acumen there. You could bat Yandy Diaz fourth, but I think they're going to want to put a lefty in between Judge and Stanton. That's my guess. If the Yankees sign Sasaki, you're trading Luis Hill and Dominguez for Trout. Is that a joke, Tom? I would never do that. Hill and Dominguez for Mike Trout on the back end of his career. No, heck, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. If they got Roki Sasaki, I'd put him in the bullpen. That's what I would do. Yeah, J-Ram. Yeah, I would move Jones for J-Ram. Yeah, or Dominguez for J-Ram. Yeah, a lot of teams want George Lombardi. He's the only untouchable. Yeah, Trout's old news now. I love him, but he's old news. Yeah. We don't know yet, Tavi. Hassan Kim. I mean, look, he's out. The Dodgers are out on him now. Now they brought back Teoscar, so he could fall into the Yankees' laps. He really could. But there's probably another team out there that I'm not even thinking of that because we can wake up tomorrow and go, "What the hell? They signed him." It could happen too. It can happen too. I mean, the Padres are in a little bit of a financial rough spot, so I don't know if they would bring him back. I'm not sure. Would I want to play a full year for me? Yeah, I would play a full year for the Angels. Sure, why not? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Yeah, I don't think he's leaving Cleveland. Trout is from New Jersey, Jose. He's from Morristown. I think it's Morristown, New Jersey. Whatever you say, Javi. Whatever you say, man. No Tanner Scott news. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard him to the Braves. Millville, that's right. Millville, New Jersey. That's right, Tom. That's right. Can Dominguez play? I don't know. I would rather him play center field. In all honesty, I'd rather Dominguez play center field. It'd be a better position for him to play. His dad was the coach from. Oh, that's good. That's cool. Consigliere's he's getting you ready, Ken, for the Pope position. So you get yourself ready. Prime Trout, different story, yeah. But he's not his prime anymore. He's a great player, but he's not his prime. Because you got one or two channels consistently peddling Correa word lifer. Correa is the answer for this, Correa is the answer for that. And then it's also circulating around the Twitter sphere. And some people find people like to get their arguments from Twitter. It's like even the people on Twitter can't back up their own arguments. They like trashing each other to see who's less credible. It's like, guys, what are we doing? I don't know. Belly and left, Jimmy. That's what I would do. He's an elite glove. I would put him in left. It's a harder position to navigate. I want Dominguez to be surrounded by elite gloves on both sides. Belly and left, Judge and right. Better protection for Jason Dominguez. Now, Brandon Donovan, I've been talking about it for 2 years. I just don't know if he's available. Don't know if he's available. I mean, they listened in on him for Luis Castillo trade talks, but I don't know if they put him on the block. At least we haven't heard that they put him on the block. And if they did put him on a block, they would have a lot of teams going after him. A lot of teams. So there's just no guarantee that the Yankees would get him, unfortunately. Yeah. But my goodness, he's been the guy I've been wanting for a while now. No. You're damn right they're going to ask for a boatload, and they should get a boatload. He's worth a boatload. Belly's arm is fine, Jimmy. He's also a speedy player. He's hustling, got good gloves, so he'd be fine. Muncy depends on what you have to give up for him, you see. Yeah. Cardinals turned down Luis Castillo. But again, I'm not surprised. The Cardinals sounds like they don't want to add payroll, and Castillo costs like $23 million a year. I'm not surprised if they would have traded one of those young guys like Logan Gilbert or Brian Wu. I think they would have probably listened because those guys are all pre-arb. That would be a way different scenario for the Cardinals. But they, the Mariners have been trying to offload Luis Castillo. Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. It's going to be a little bit. They're going to be strategic at this, unless they can clear. And again, teams are not just going to, say, "Oh, let me do you a favor and take $18 million off your hands." They're not going to do a favor that easily. Third base coach is another good question, Sean. I don't know. It's going to cost more than Chase Hampton for Brendan Donovan, Jimmy. A lot more than Chase Hampton. I think somebody will take Stroman. It's just we don't know yet who yet. Chase, no. I agree with Consigliere. I think he'd go to the Phillies before the Yankees. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing, Tom. Nothing on Donovan right now. Hill might get them to answer the phone, Joe. Yeah. But that's why he would cost the haul. Because the Cardinals would need to reload. It does make it hard to trade. I mean, a team would be mindful of that as well. Because they would essentially be assuming him for a $37 million a year. Yeah, Hill and the left. They're in on Hill and they're in on Andrew Chafin. So we'll see about that. I like Andrew Nardi from the Marlins. We've talked about him. Tanner Scott's obviously the flamethrower in free agency that people want. So, but we'll see. Yandy Diaz. Lombard. Oof, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know, Sunil. You got to find out, man. We got to put you on the market, dude. Hmm. Well, exactly, Graham. So many fans think that's just still the scenario. The Yankees can do whatever they want. It's not true. A-Rod's got Hall of Fame numbers, but he's twice juiced, so I don't know. Got Hall of Fame talent, there's no doubt about that. The Mets definitely need to re-sign Alonso. I don't know, Jason. No, Lombard on the pitch. I'm not sure. Joe's, yeah. Well, it's crazy, Drew Thorpe. A-Rod. They had a trade agreed upon between the Rangers and the Red Sox. They were going to send A-Rod to Boston, and they were going to trade Manny Ramirez to Texas. And A-Rod was going to eat, like he was going to take a $30 or $40 million pay cut, and then the players' union shot it down, and that's when the Yankees came in and got him the next day for Alfonso Soriano. That's how that trade happened. The union shot down his proposal because he wanted to basically waive a bunch of money. So it's unfortunate, but it's true. Pettit, I think, is close, Sean Brown. I mean, his postseason, oh my God, yeah. Yeah. As of right now, Michael, I think their backup catcher is JC Escara. Let's see. Trying to scroll back here. Let's see. Let me see if we got. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Bo can play third base. That I'm not sure about. You might have to attach a prospect to Marcus Stroman to get a team to bite. A good prospect, too. A pretty darn good prospect to get him to bite. Somebody said Mazza had a trade proposal. I can't see. I can't scroll back enough. Mazza, you still in here? What's your trade proposal? I'm not seeing it. I'm scrolling back, but it's only letting me go back so far. Spencer Steers from the Reds. I don't know. They're not going to DFA Stroman and Beagle, unfortunately, because that would mean they'd have to eat all that money. I think they got another good move in them, Rich. They're going to get another bat. Who I don't know yet, but they're lurking. I don't. If they sign Roki Sasaki, Michael, they should put Roki in the bullpen and keep Clark in rotation. Roki doesn't have the track record of a lot of innings pitched. He needs to build his innings up consistently. What is? No, I didn't see Maz's. It's not letting me scroll back far enough, and the thing is scrolling too quickly. Udall. What was Maz's trade proposal? I'm not missing. I mean, I'm not seeing it. Trade Stroman for LA Yankee King. Why does Boone have to go, Jimmy? Yeah, I'm not seeing. Anybody has this trade proposal? Anybody see it? I can't see it. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Stroman to the Giants for Camille Doval. That's an option if they're willing to do that. I mean, they missed out on Corbin Burns and they lost Blake Snell. They need to add pitching, the Giants. Let's see. Burns can opt out after 26. Yes, he can. After 2 years, yes, he most certainly can. What pitcher from the Astros, Michael? Yeah, this thing is scrolling fast here. Oh yeah, that Japanese pitcher. Yeah, oh gosh, what's his name? Didn't he sign with the Orioles or the Giants? Yeah, the DJ's no, that's not gonna happen. DJ's not tradable. Oh, Sugano, that's the guy you're seeing. Yes, Tamayoki Sugano. Yep, something like that. Tamayoshi. The Phillies are asking a lot for Bone. I really don't know what we'd be able to get him for. It's good to hear you guys are safe. That's for sure. Max coverage. Happy holidays, brother. Happy holidays. Stephen Quaney, I doubt he gets trade. Here we go. Maz's trade proposal. You would send Roderick Arias, Will Warren, Everson Pereira, and Yorbit Vivas. That's their 4, 5, 10, and 14 prospects. For Texas for Josh Young. I wonder if that'd be enough. I would send that to Detroit for Jace Young too. I would send that exact package to either one of those teams, and see if you can get either one of them. Interesting. Look, Tom. I say it a lot. So many folks, and I don't know if other channels are peddling this. I know certain channels do peddle it. They just think the Yankees can do whatever they want anytime they want. It's not reality. And they get pissed off when they don't do these ridiculous things. It's like, they're not going to trade DJ. They're not going to trade Rodon. It's not going to happen. Detroit does have Trey Sweeney, which makes it even more likely that they could move Jace Young. And again, these guys, like Arias is blocked. Will Warren is Will Warren. Everson Pereira, he's likely blocked. And Yorbit Vivas is also blocked. So, a lot of these guys are expendable pieces. And you can clear up some stuff here to get a starting third baseman. So, and that's again, I don't know if you would. Well, Sweeney's service clock has already started too. So I'm not sure. And the Yankees just announced the Brennan Davis signing, so he passed his physical to a minor league deal. So now that that's official, it probably means that they're very likely going to be more aggressive in trying to move Trent Grisham. I just don't know if Trey Sweeney would come back, Drew, if they'd be able to get him, or they would keep him. Sweeney was actually pretty good for them last year. So I personally I can't see the Royals moving on from any of these young guys. I think they're going to build um, build a young nucleus there. I think Massey's going to stay Yassin, all honest. That's just my honest opinion. So, yeah, we've had a lot of trades lately, Hayden. I think it's going to, yeah, I mean, the Yankees are kind of laying in the weeds right now, waiting for prices to drop. It just is like a lot of other teams, too, are doing the same thing. Arias, Warren, Pereira, I would do that too, Sean. Grisham does hit some bombs, but he's also become expendable, too. So, and he's got a decent amount of value for a $5 million salary, meaning he could probably, if you can get a top 100 draft pick for him, that's something you got to consider. Yeah, if Detroit gets Bregman, yeah, they're definitely going to trade somebody. Yeah, there's a lot of teams in a holding pattern right now. Brennan Davis could be the fourth outfielder now. He could be the bench piece. Jace or Josh. I mean, I like Josh, but I'm neutral on both. I mean, Josh, because of his major league experience, is more substantial, but Jace, because of his youth. I would take either one CCA, in all honesty. I would flip a coin. They're both solid players. Yeah, a lot of people are sleeping on Bellinger and Goldschmidt. Like complaining about Goldschmidt's age, but then they're asking this, why didn't we sign Carl Santana, who's older than Goldschmidt? So, and John, and well, I like Jace also because he's a lefty hitter. So, and he could hit lefty. I mean, he could bat lead off for the Yankees. He could. But look at the OPS, the on base percentage for Goldschmidt is 50 points higher than Christian Walker, and it doesn't interfere with their ability to make moves in 2026. Christian Walker would have. So there's another reason why he did it. And he also turned down bigger money deals from other teams, more longer years to come to the Yankees. So I like guys who want to be here. Tom, he doesn't suck. Stop with the Carl Santana sucks. His lefty bat would have played perfectly in Yankee Stadium. I don't know why you say he sucks. Look at his stats. He doesn't suck. I would have been fine with him too, but I'm happy with Goldschmidt. Yeah, they might have been able to have him. That's why Cleveland got him quickly after they traded Josh Naylor, really quickly. But if you look at OPS and on base percentage at Yankee Stadium, Goldschmidt's is bigger than Santana's is bigger than Christian Walker's, is bigger than Pete Alonso's, bigger than all these first basemen that were available. His OPS was bigger significantly than all these guys. That's another reason why they brought in for Paul Goldschmidt. But Santana also won the Gold Glove. Yes, he did. What up, John R? But yeah, the Brennan Davis signing is official. It is official. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he did beg to get out of Minnesota. He was a free agent, so he could have signed that as well. So I would not trade for Gavin Lux. I would go for somebody else. Yes, Goldie's over. He's over like 1.3. Drew. His OPS is crazy high at Yankee Stadium. His on-base percentage, that's different than OPS. And then you look at his Yankee Stadium stats, they're much more substantial than any of these other guys are, where he's going to play half his games. Any prospect in the Yankees who have a chance to come up this year? Maybe one of Eric Raisin, one of the relievers. I'd say a couple of pitchers. Yeah. Yeah, Goldschmidt's second half was way better than his first half. Yeah. But again, you look at Aaron Judge's first half, it was brutal. And he signed 58 home runs. Remember that? That's why Warehouse. I think the next bat that the Yankees get are going to be a lefty. Are going to be lefty. Is going to be lefty. Um, let's see. I don't know. Goldschmidt. I don't know what number Goldschmidt's going to wear. It's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know if we would have been set with Kyle Tucker. I'm not sure. But the Astros didn't want to deal with us. They didn't want to trade with us. So, oh well. It is what it is. 22, Ken. Yeah, you could have 22. Yeah. Well, this is the thing too, Warehouse. Yeah, I mean, that's why the next guy's got to have some good on base percentage. That's why if you look at Paul Goldschmidt, I mean, his on base percentage is 50 points higher than Christian Walker. 50, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy, but that matters. But I think the short porch is going to play well for him. His defense is good at first base, so nothing on Bo Bichette yet, Rich. We hear that the Blue Jays are motivated to trade him. Not necessarily a scene, because that's not something the Yankees would leak, that they're legitimately interested in Brendan Dunham. That's just something Brian Cashman would do. Probably trade for him and not know it. We wouldn't know about it. So they don't leak that type of stuff, because then they lose leverage when they leak. When that stuff's to get out, it gets out. They lose leverage. So the NL West is stacked. Yes, it is. Yep. It was absolutely no news on Devin Williams. Exactly, Jimmy. They just traded him on one of our live streams. Like, they traded for him like that. So, yeah. Bichette to the Dodgers could happen. What up, Talbot? What's good, man? Well, exactly, Stephen B. That's what I'm looking for too. So we don't hear anything. Something's probably going down. Cashman's lurking in the woods. I don't know if Texas would have traded us. It's a good question. I mean, Naylor would have been a nice option, but again, I understand why they didn't do it too. So yeah, it is fun. I mean, we've had like 2 or 3 trades during live streams, man. This year it was fantastic. Well, Tio got 3 years for 66 with an option for a 4th year. Um, if they trade from Brendan Dunham, I'll definitely eat a Big Mac and an apple pie. You see, I mean, lock me in on that, baby. Uh-huh. Last player to drive in 140 runs and less than 30 home runs. Last player to have 100 RBIs and hit less than 10 homers. Less than 10 homers? Yeah, when Cashman, yeah, exactly. When Cashman's quiet, he is good. Last player to drive in 140, less than 30. Good questions somewhere. Last player over 100 ribbies and hit less than 10 home runs. Huh. Oh, Pedro said it. That's it. Pedro set the standard here. He had 3 Big Macs and 2 apple pies. They trade for Donovan. Oh, you're laying it down now, buddy. Yeah, well, exactly. And I saw that too. I saw the footage. I think I even showed the photo of it. I think I even showed the footage of it. Him wearing a Yankee hat. It's just a lot of speculation, man. A lot of stuff. It's a good chance also that the Orioles can re-sign Santander now that they've officially lost Corbin Burns. For those that haven't heard, Alan's asking about the trade the trade proposal. These are both from Jackson Roberts from Newsweek. His proposal is that the Yankees send first round pick Ben Hess and Yorbit Vivas to the Tampa Bay Rays for second baseman Brandon Lowe. And his trade prediction is that they send Yorbit Vivas and Will Warren to the Detroit Tigers for third baseman Jace Young. So that's his proposal. A second baseman. His prediction is the Yankees get a third baseman. Those are his trade. That's his proposal and his prediction. It's directly from the guy from Newsweek. So I doubt we get AJ. I will get AJ. I don't think the Arizona's going to move him now. I don't think they'll move him. They just added Corbin Burns. I think they're gonna try to be contending this year, the Diamondbacks. You got it, Alan. We'll see, Dr. C. I mean, I think the next move is going to be his trade. The next significant move is going to be a trade. We'll see. Let's see here. Let's pull up his stats here. 244 average, 21 home runs, 2.4 WAR player. He's not really a strikeout artist, Brandon Lowe. If you're seeing Brandon Lowe, and Nate Lowe's a different story, but Brandon Lowe doesn't strike out a ton. The next, I would agree. Lefty reliever, potentially 2 of them, Talbot. Yep. No, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth from San Diego, I doubt it. Jake Cronenworth is second baseman. Luis Ariz is their first baseman. There's no more talk, really, about it. K-Ray doesn't really ain't gonna matter so much here. Yeah, Hassan Kim would be crazy. Roki would be crazy too, but I can't see him signing until mid-January anyway. Roki, they're gonna wait for all the baseball teams to reset their international money, so that way everybody has the full allocation that they have access to. Damn, you guys are ready to pound the burgers and fries. I love it. I freaking love it. I didn't say it doesn't mean anything about strikeouts or lifer. Not gonna mean anything significant here or lifer. It's not gonna matter here. He strikes out a hell of a lot less than a lot of the other players do. He would bring the contact. He would bring the improved defense in the infield. He'd bring, power, the ability to have power too from the lefty side. So, and he would fit in with this lineup better than he would in Tampa. Fernando Cruz has 15K per 9-inning rate for strikeout. He's got some nasty pitches. He's got a nasty splitter. I think he just needs to work on his cutter a little bit. But he's a guy that's going to be, I think, sneaky good in the bullpen. It's very sneaky good in the bullpen. Justin Verlander, he hasn't signed yet either. Neither has Scherzer. Dodgers are getting Roki and Tanska. Who's telling you that, John R? Who's telling you that? Five guy. You guys are ready. You guys are ready to go with the burgers, man. My God. Real leadoff hitter, probably Brett Gardner. That's the first game. Probably Brett Gardner, to be honest with you. Andrew Friedman said that. The GM said they're going to get both, really? John R? He said that? Just a feeling. Yeah, I figured you were kidding. Yeah, before that Johnny Daniels. It's true. Yeah, I mean, it's just this deferred money. It's going to be one of the catalysts of another lockout. So they have $1 billion deferred, which is crazy. Wow, Mike Sweeney. Good one somewhere. 20, 40, 145, 29. Paul Molitor. Nice. That's good trivia right there somewhere. That's very good trivia. Very good trivia. Yeah, he set the new standard with Soto here. Flowery, I don't know, Benji, but I think he just increased the chance of him going to either Baltimore or the San Francisco Giants. One of those teams. Granderson was solid too. Yeah. 4 players that have 700 home runs: Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, and just short 3 home runs. I think it is A-Rod. It would have been 5 players, but those are the 4. Pivetta, I don't know. He's got a QO, so he may go back to Boston. Thank you, Hayden. 4 homers short, Jonathan Yeffo, 696. All right. Kershaw is still floating around. Jack Flaherty's floating around. There's quite a few guys floating around. Yep. The Orioles, yeah. Somebody will probably overpay for Flaherty. If it's going to be the Giants or the Orioles, I could see them overpaying. I would not get Joe Kelly. I would not. We don't need any more righty relievers. We need lefties. He's also a jackass too. Yeah, he is a jackass. Horner, I don't know if he's available now. Now that they've traded, the Cubs have traded away Isaac Paredes to the Astros. Horner's probably staying. Chicken Bomb, what's up, buddy? I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute too. Granderson was last player 20 plus triples on season 23. Yeah, I like Granderson with the Yankees. He was great. Erod and Mays, yeah. Then you got a couple other guys in the Sixers. You get Griffey. You got Jim Thome. Brandon Rogers. I don't know. Have a great night, Jonathan. I could see Judge getting 500 with the Yankees. 700 would be freaking nuts. Yeah. Benji, it's a good question. I don't know who those guys are either. Ricky, yeah. Piece of the tree. Yeah, the Cubs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Griffey could have been one of those guys. True, I agree. Yeah, I mean, Hassan Kim, I've talked about him as well recently. He'd be a good fit. He would be a good fit. I pass on Correa, honestly. Trade me, Tom, or trade Dominguez? Robert, I'd love to get 30Ks by 2025. I I hope I can get there. Robert, I hope I can get to 30K subscribers. Yeah, I'm going to pass on Correa. I don't even know if we can insure his contract. Tom, why would you trade me? Why would you trade me? Huh? Yeah, I am 7,871 subscribers short of 30,000. So I got some work to do. But 30K is the goal for 2025. I'd love to get there. Sending me to the minors. Why is that, Tom? Yeah, I'm passing Korea. I'm a pass. 100K subs would be freaking awesome, John. Could you imagine me getting to 100K? I should do a live stream with Mr. Beast or something like that. You get me to 1,000,000 subs in like a day. Me the GM. Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy, Hayden. Imagine that. Me the GM. My gosh. In 2026, Judge. It's very possible, Drew. Very possible that could be the outfield. You get something at 100K. Yeah, you get this really cool plaque. You have to apply for it too. So you apply for the plaque, and you get this. They check the criteria and say, yeah, you get to 100K. It's legit. So, what do you think of the Yankees' last move? Jimmy, I don't know. They got 2 months to go. I think there's going to be a couple moves that they make. No doubt, Alan. I got you covered, my friend. 110 ribbies and 800. Ty Cobb was kind of like that. Where is River Ave? No, it's Bronx, not Queens. 161 River Ave is the original address of the house that Roos built, original Yankee Stadium, and named the channel to honor the old Yankee Stadium. Yeah, Griffey. I saw that game when they homered. Yep, they homered. Yep. The Reds. No, they made a couple signings. Well, they made one trade, Michael. They traded Jonathan India to the Royals and got Brady Singer back. They got a starting pitcher back. They also traded Fernando Cruz to the Yankees and got Jose Trevino. So they made a couple trades. The Reds. Yeah, it's the best S-hole in the world, though, Tom. Best S-hole in the world. Better than the S-hole in Queens, better than the S-hole in L.A., so by a mile. Would they have I don't know. It sounds like the Astros weren't going to let him. We'll see. A queen, Grant. Yeah. The Reds can get Profar too. They could. Yeah, the pickleball channel. Can you imagine that? I don't know where the porn trolls have been, Steven. The porn trolls are like they just disowned us. My God. The Reds are kind of fielding a team, yeah. Kim's got positional versatility. Yeah, it isn't the same about the porn trolls. So. Trading LI to the Graham, why don't we want to try and trade Michael Caputo? Apparently doesn't. He's not. He's disliking. Where is he bad mouthing me, Graham? What channel is he bad mouthing me on, Michael Caputo? Where is he bad mouthing me? Yankee fan that lives in Queens. Yeah, exactly. Great. I think Dominguez has a solid year. And that Rio Ken is right too. The Reds, they kick our putts. He's right about that. Now they got Tito there running the show, so I think they're going to be a pretty fundamentally sound team. Fireside, they trashed me on Fireside. Why? I don't even talk about him. What does he have to trash me on Fireside for? What a joke. I don't even talk about him. What was he saying about me on Fireside, Graham? Talking point channel for exactly, Stephen. Doing his troll act on Uptown Sports Channel today. Goodness. I wouldn't be surprised if they posthumously get Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be in there. That I know nothing. Michael Caputo. Okay. The guy that peddles the talking points. Probably the most non-knowing channel out there. I'm happy to have Ryan from Five Star on here. I have him on regularly. He's a good guy. Him and I see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. He's a very knowledgeable Yankee content creating Yankee fan. He knows his stuff. He's very smart. He's also pleasant to talk to. I learned from him, right? So we don't spend our time trashing people. That's what Michael Caputo does. He goes around and trashes. Because he's a disciple of a channel that regularly trashes people on a regular basis. That's all they bring. They have no other value. They don't bring any value. So he didn't like it. What did he say to you, Graham? Goodness gracious. Yeah. Well, Tom, I mean, Tom's got 3 eyes, so that's why we don't see eye to eye. Tom's not like the Cyclops thing. Yeah. Right, Tom? Yeah, well, Ryan and I we don't trash talk. We don't spend our time trash talking channels. Am I going to bring the Blue Jays show? Oh, you mean Jim from Ball Cap Sports? Yeah, I'll get him back on here. Yeah. He does have interesting takes. He does. Joey from the Shift does. Ryan from Fireside. They have good takes, interesting takes. Yeah, what was Caputo saying, Graham? What was he trying to say? Fireside's they're very knowledgeable when it comes to analytics. Very knowledgeable when it comes to analytics. Yep. Exactly, Tom. Right? Well, Bichette means he'd be available, but he got booted from one of the Mets channels saying they should never have traded Wheeler. Whatever. Oh boy. No, Caputo does not film with Ryan. Alex films with Ryan. I think it's Alex Wilson. I think his name is Alex films with Ryan. They both know their stuff. They both know their stuff. You were saying that you saw Mantle. And he didn't like that you saw Mantle. He's got problems. Yeah, I don't listen to him anymore, Hayden. I don't listen to him anymore. Joey's a good dude. Joey from the shift, that's my boy. That's a good man right there. Scar could be a good backup. Yes, he could. Yeah, he's one of the most passionate Yankee fans and Yankee content creators out there, Joey. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He knows his stuff. Pete, I want nothing to do with him. Both of those guys bash content creators, Pete and Derek. That's why I don't listen to either one of them. Exactly, Kim. There's no value to it. It's just none. I don't know why Derek bashes every kind. I used to have Derek on here, but I stopped having him on. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, can you get Bichette for a decent return? Is the question. Yeah, I don't listen to them at all, Max. I don't learn anything. I don't find any value from them, so I don't listen to them at all, Max. Brendan Dunn, you'd have to trade for Michael. I mean, I would love that, but I can't see Bregman being signed until you find out what the heck's going on with Roki Sasaki, because he would affect the ability to sign Roki Sasaki. That's why I say that. Love you too, Andrew. You're the man. Well, exactly, right. Like, you spend so much time bad mouthing people. Well, for what? Joey, yeah. He's one of the most passionate guys out there, man. Love him. Love him. Yeah, him, Hector, Ryan, all. Some of my guys, man. Guys are legit. Yeah, I haven't heard Derek potentially bashing. I've heard the other guys bashing people regularly, but not Derek. But Roki said his idol was Tanaka. He's close with you, Darvish, but his idol was Tanaka. Roki said that. Hayden. Raymond, I appreciate that, brother. No, you know, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not here to tell people what they want to hear just because. Even if I don't like it, and if it's true, I'm going to tell it to you. People deserve that to learn the facts. I want you to understand what the hell's going on. That way you can make educated opinions, decisions, right? So I don't need to play 10 minutes of music as my introduction and all this stuff. No, I don't need to do that. I'm not going to pose like a connected guy and all this other stuff. No, what you see is what you get, right? Just keep it rocking and rolling. Get your feedback. Learn from you guys too. Yeah, and there's no need to bash people, Ken, especially when they're not here to defend themselves, right? There's no need for it. There's no place for it. What the hell's the point of it? We got to talk about baseball. You know, you're gonna trash somebody. Do it to their face in person. Do it on a screen. Man up, right? You need 100 people to trash somebody. You got to be surrounded by 100 people. Do this shit in 1-to-1. Period. Think people are scared because you have 100 friends around? Get real. Hayden, I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the kind words. It's the kind exactly, NFE. Well, yeah, I think it's important to have a thought process. Like, guys like Mazza he comes up with a lot of trade ideas because he's thinking, right? He thinks outside the box. NFE, Joey, Ryan, all these guys, they they think, like they use their minds, right? And that's I mean, to me, that's a better conversation. Elevates everybody around us, right? I think it's important to do that. Where's the Flash? There he is. What's up, brother? Long time. How you been, man? Attacked on? Yeah, yeah. Look. We try to get the latest news. We want to make sure that we're accurate on the stuff, right? And and that's it. You know, that's why. Like, this is why I push for guys like NFE in the strike zone and Mazza from Four Train, right? And Joey and Ryan, like these guys. Why I push for these guys because they do it the right way, man. They treat people the right way, you know. And there's nothing else. There's nothing else with it, you know. That's why I just keep it simple, man. Talk baseball. There's no need to trash people. What the hell's the point? I appreciate you too, NFE, man. This is why, again, like, you know, just because I have where I'm at right now doesn't make me better than anybody else. It's you folks, the guys that helped me get here. That's why I always say the channel's great because of you guys and gals, not just me. I'm inspired by all of you. Period. So I'm saying. Exactly, man. We got the exactly, Sunil. You got the four knuckle shuffle here, man. Me and NFE. I'm saying. And again, baseball, man. There's all different types of news: small, big, sideways, left, right, medium. You know. I think Peraza might be the only one out of options. I think Jay Warehouse. I can look into that, but I know Peraza's out of options, right, Tom? Tom would know. Tom would know, man. Well, this is true too. Yeah, you have to be a content creator to contribute relevant information. It's true, man. I don't say this news is for me. I tell you exactly who's like the proposals I talk about. I tell you who exactly made the proposals. When somebody reports something, I tell you who reported it because those guys deserve the credit, not me. If I find out something first, I'll say that. But more often than not, it's these guys, and I'm not going to report anything until guys like Jack Curry and Jeff Passan and all these guys verify it. So that's just the way it is. And some people prefer to hear from content creators than the reporters who very rarely talk. So you see their tweets and blah blah blah, but there's a lot of stuff that goes beyond that too. So I appreciate the people that take the time to come here and hang out with me and hang out with us and just talk baseball. It's one of the most enjoyable things I get to do. And Chris the Flash has a channel too. Yes, he does. I'm gonna support all these guys, man. Yeah, he's part of the baseball family too. Yeah. Unfortunately, Drew, I don't think that's going to happen, but he should get an opportunity. Yeah, he should be at the very least be a bench guy. Drew, but I don't think Pross is going to get a shot. I think they're going to try to Zimmerman. Yeah. um, I don't think Pross is going to get the job. I think they're going to bring in somebody from the outside. I think. Well, that's the thing too, Tom. Yeah, I mean, they need another bat that's going to be more consistent at this point. Yeah, we don't know yet with Tanner Scott. The relief free agent market has not materialized enough yet, right? So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you, Udall. If anybody in here that's not subscribed to the channel, please hit that sub button. If you do, hit your notifications too. Let me know that you're subscribed because I want to thank you for it. It really means the world when people subscribe. I really do. Well, Ken's a made man in Texas, so remember he's one of the made men. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. We got a lot of made men in here, so that's right. Ken brings a bunch of value too. A lot of great insights and perspectives. Beagle, yeah, you the man being subbed. Appreciate you, man, as always. Um, oh yeah, Ken's made. Ken's made. Apparently they stole Christmas Crunch. Yeah, apparently so, man. Appreciate you hating too. Sub for 5. My God, you're the man. Yeah, LB is out of here now. We had to get rid of him. Being disrespectful to Mazza, actually. He's being disrespectful to Mazza, so I got rid of him. So you gotta stand up for the crew, man. You gotta stand up for the crew. Can't have that in here, man. What if that would get me excited at third? Brendan Donovan. Or one of the young brothers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Jimmy. Yeah. If Arenado happened, then he happens. But I think the Cashman's going to wait for the price to go down on him. In the meantime, he's going to look out for other opportunities while hopefully filling out the remaining parts of the bullpen. And McMahon, thank you for appreciate that. Gifting 5 memberships. So anybody wants a membership, we got McMahon right here. Put him out, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Your generosity on this channel is really greatly appreciated, folks. I can't thank you all enough, man. Yep. No first base prospects. Well, Ben Rice is going to be a first base. He's developing first base prospect. And they also have TJ Rumfield, who can be a first base prospect too. So, but beyond that, I don't know. I don't know. You remember that, Hayden? Yeah, man. The porn troll. We just got invaded by porn trolls. Like, big time invaded by porn trolls. Like crazy. What kind of website, Jimmy? You talking about? What kind of website you talking about? Eric. Oh man, you got Donovan or Young and Sasaki. Yeah, that would be some freaking off season. They're in on Tanner Scott. We don't know anything beyond that. Yankees news website. Yeah, I don't know how much work it would require. I'd rather do it on here because then I can have dialogue with all of you. I can get your input on it, and you can contribute in your own way. So, but I mean, I can look into that, see what would work it, how much work it would require. Brief baseball. What's good, my friend? What's happening? Yeah, baby. But yeah, I am going to wrap this up. We're running almost 2 hours here. We'll go upstairs and get some rest. Oh, unofficial Sarah. Yes, they are. They're over 300. Well, once Paul Goldschmidt's signing becomes official, once his physical is passed and announced, and the same thing applies to Johnny Loizaga, they'll be officially over 300. They'll be at 303. Until then, they're in the 280s because that stuff hasn't been made official yet. Remember, the same thing happened with Max Fried a couple weeks ago. His signing was announced for 2 weeks, and then he was added to the payroll. So once you pass your physical and then they announce it officially, that's when you really get added to the payroll. Hey, man. Yeah, man. It's easier to talk to the chat now. I try to do it obviously during, but sometimes we get inundated. Sometimes I have 700 people on here. It's really hard to keep up. So I like to be able to chill and have dialogue with you too. I love having a lot of people on here, but it's hard to chat with 500-600 people at the same time. So I don't know when I have no idea, Jimmy. It could have happened. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah. Well, this is true too, Ken. Yeah. You get a little patience. Got to have media. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Damn right, Ken. Order a pizza. Nah, I ate a long time ago. It's too late for me to eat now. I'm done eating. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning, do my cardio, start the day off right, do my stretches. Yeah, man. Loizaga, let me see. Johnny Loizaga. I know they announced him to being signed. Let's see. Well, it says he's guaranteed $5 million in 1 year deal with with the Yankees as he returns from Tommy John surgery. That we know. He gets a $500K signing bonus and a $4.5 million salary as part of the agreement. He also has an option for 2026 as well. I don't know if it was made official yet. If it was, it was. So, either way, yeah, yeah, you got that right, Ken. These ridiculous expectations imposed upon Dominguez are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ken, what do you guys? What are the Chiefs? 15-1 now. A former agent trolled you on TikTok since you said the Mets are going to hit a Dodger wall. If so many close calls with Soto should have won. What former agent hit you, Stephen B? His former agents. Oh gosh. AFC #1 seed. Yeah, man. Yeah. I could see her and Brittany Mahomes throwing the Dukes. I could see that, Tom. I could see it, man. Anytime you're gonna sign a new contract, Hayden, you gotta sign a physical. You gotta take a physical to make the contract official. Hayden, yes, you do. But the NFE is right too. Dominguez is still an unknown. Yeah, I mean, he's got a small sample size, but he's got to prove himself, just like a lot of these other guys, like Jace Jung, right? Doesn't have a big sample size. Some of these other dudes, just like Jason Dominguez, in the same boat. Joshua Kuznick, oh nice. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Uh, yeah, man, this is going to be the next Kayla Harrison versus Cyborg in the 105-pound weight division. So yeah, the 100, yeah, the Twinkie weight division. Yeah, I think the Yankees are going to be fine next year. And Cashman also likes to leave some flexibility for the deadline too. So throw out a name that no one's talking about, a potential trade piece. Max. Jack Curry's reliable, brief baseball, but he doesn't know more than Brian Cashman does. Period. And Cashman doesn't leak to Jack Curry. But Jack Curry's as reliable as it gets. But again, Cashman knows more than anybody. Cashman doesn't leak ever. Nah, somebody think of a potential trade piece. a good question, Max. I would say nothing yet, Strike. So nothing yet, NFA. The other Hai Sung Kim, nothing yet. I haven't heard anything. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But he's another one that's got positional versatility. Demon D, baby. Yeah, Yankees front office can't leak. That'd be, yeah. Nothing on Sasaki yet. You're not going to find out anything until probably January 15th. That's when the teams reset their international money. Because the signing period starts January 15th. It goes to December 15th. The international signing period. So that's something to. Got Lee, yeah. Jung Hoo Lee. He missed most of the season too. He tore his labrum, I think, or something like that, right? Trade piece. Trying to think max coverage. Could be on the move that's not really talked about. I'm going to say probably Andrew Nardi from the Marlins. Yeah, and again, I'm not surprised that others aren't talking about him. Maybe they don't like him. Other people keep talking about Alex Bregman and Carlos Correa. And blah, blah, blah. Right? That's why I don't do what other people do. I don't do talking points. I like to try to actually get some, bring in some constructive value. Cruise control. Yeah, I don't think Correa is going to be an option, honestly, for Cruz. I mean, good player, but his contract is going to hamstring them for a long time, I think. Yeah, the Dodgers are also in on Devin Williams, and I'm glad the Yankees got him. Yeah. I would say Nardi, Max Carras. I think he's probably more likely a trade piece than Brendan Donovan. That's what I think, Ray. Yeah. Yeah, Ray. I mean, because I think Brendan Donovan's a good fit for the Yankees, Ray. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not giving them rookie just yet, max coverage. We'll see. We'll see. And I'll leave you with that. So, it's all good. It's all good. But thank you all for coming on and hanging out with me for the last 2 hours. I appreciate all you. You are the best family out there. I really greatly appreciate it. Love you guys and gals. And again, hit the like button on the way out. Please hit the sub button on the way out if you're not subbed. And if you do, just hit the notifications and I'll make sure you don't miss anything. All right. It's been a fun off season so far. A little quiet time. 6 more likes, I think, gets us to 300. So please hit them like buttons on the way out. Let's get it. Have a great night. If anything else comes out, you're going to get it here. See you next time.